Hey Gemini, I just pulled some cards for you and honestly what came through is making me sit here for a moment because this reading about your financial path is genuinely fascinating. I want to share something real with you today because the energy around money and abundance for Gemini right now is shifting in ways that I think you need to hear about. Before I dive into the cards, let me just say this up front. I know so many of you Geminis have been feeling scattered lately when it comes to finances. Maybe you have been juggling multiple income streams or ideas, maybe you have been wondering which opportunity to chase, or maybe you have just been feeling like money comes and goes without you having real control over it. That Gemini energy of yours, that quick mind and those endless ideas, sometimes it can feel like a blessing and a curse when it comes to building actual financial stability, right? So I shuffled the deck with your sign in mind, asking about your financial future and what kind of money blessings are coming your way. And what showed up is telling such a specific story that I actually had to lay the cards out twice just to make sure I was reading this correctly. Because Gemini, this is not just about a little extra cash showing up. This is about a complete shift in how money flows to you and how you relate to abundance. Let me walk you through what I am seeing. The first card that came out is the Seven of Cups, and honestly this makes so much sense for where you are right now. When I look at this card, I see someone standing in front of all these different options, all these cups floating in the air with different visions and possibilities. And for Gemini, this is so on point because your mind naturally sees 100 different ways to make money, right? You could do this thing, or that thing, or maybe combine 3 different things, or start something completely new. But here is what the Seven of Cups is really telling us. Right now, you are in a phase where you have been looking at too many options and it has actually been keeping you from the real abundance that is trying to reach you. I am seeing this energy of analysis paralysis around money. You might have been researching different side hustles, considering various investment opportunities, thinking about career changes, or just spinning in your head about which direction to take financially. And every option looks promising in its own way, which makes it even harder to choose. What is fascinating about this card appearing first is that it is showing me you are not in a place of lack. You are actually in a place of overwhelming possibility. The universe is not withholding opportunities from you. If anything, you have too many paths in front of you and that abundance of choice has been creating confusion rather than clarity. I keep getting this image of you starting to move toward one financial goal and then getting distracted by another shiny opportunity, then another, then another. Your Gemini nature loves variety and options, but when it comes to building real wealth, this scatter energy has been working against you. The Seven of Cups is also telling me about dreams versus reality with money. There might be some financial fantasies you have been holding onto that are not quite grounded. Maybe you have been hoping for that one big break, that lottery win energy, that sudden windfall that solves everything. Or perhaps you have been idealizing what financial success looks like based on what you see others doing, without really checking in with what abundance means to you specifically. This card is asking you to get honest about which opportunities are real and which ones are just pretty illusions that will drain your time and energy. But here is the thing, and this is important. The Seven of Cups showing up first is not a bad sign. It is actually the universe saying, okay Gemini, we need you to get clear first before we can deliver the blessing. Because the blessing that is coming requires you to have focus and commitment, and right now you have been spreading yourself too thin. So this card is the wake-up call. It is time to look at all those cups, all those options, and actually make a choice. Pick the 1 or 2 financial paths that genuinely align with your skills and your vision, and let the rest go. I know that is hard for your sign because you hate closing doors, but staying in this space of endless possibility without decision is actually blocking your money flow. The second card that appeared is the Page of Wands, and oh Gemini, this is where things start getting exciting. After that Seven of Cups energy of confusion and too many choices, the Page of Wands is showing me that once you get clear on your direction, you are about to step into this fresh, enthusiastic energy around making money. This is such a beautiful card because it represents new beginnings, creative inspiration, and this fearless willingness to try something different. What I love about the Page of Wands for your financial situation is that it carries this exploratory vibe. You are going to discover a way of generating income that feels aligned with who you actually are. This is not about forcing yourself into some traditional career path that drains your soul. This is about finding or creating an opportunity that lets you use your natural Gemini gifts of communication, adaptability, and quick thinking. The Page of Wands says you are about to receive news or an idea related to money that lights you up inside. It is going to feel exciting and a little bit risky, and your gut is going to say yes even if your logical mind tries to talk you out of it. I am seeing this card represent either a new venture you start yourself or an unexpected opportunity that comes to you through your network. Pages in tarot often bring messages, so this could literally be someone reaching out to you with a proposal or opportunity. But the key with the Page of Wands is that it requires you to act on the inspiration when it comes. This is not a card of planning and overthinking. This is a card of taking that first step even when you do not have the whole path figured out. And I know that sounds scary, but Gemini, you are actually built for this kind of adventurous approach. You just need to trust yourself more. What is also coming through with this page energy is that you are going to be learning as you go. This financial blessing is not going to look like having everything handed to you on a silver platter. It is going to look like you discovering your own power to create income in ways you have not fully tapped into before. Maybe this means finally launching that project you have been thinking about, or saying yes to an opportunity that stretches you, or combining your skills in a new way that opens up a fresh income stream. The Page of Wands says you have the spark of something really special here, and when you commit to it and actually take action, that spark is going to grow into something substantial. I also want to mention that this card carries a playful energy. Your financial breakthrough is going to come through something that does not feel like drudgery. It is going to involve creativity, communication, passion. So if you have been thinking that building wealth has to be boring or that you need to suffer through a job you hate to make money, the Page of Wands is saying absolutely not. Your path to abundance is going to feel more like play than work, once you find the right avenue. Now the third card, and this one really surprised me in the best way. The Hierophant shows up here, and at first I was like, wait, this seems like such a structured card for a Gemini money reading. But the more I sit with it, the more I see exactly why this card appeared. The Hierophant is about tradition, systems, education, and following a proven path. And what this is telling me is that part of your financial blessing involves you actually getting structured and learning the rules of the money game. Here is what I mean. Gemini, you are brilliant and you have amazing ideas, but one area where your sign sometimes struggles is with the boring practical stuff around money. Things like budgeting, tracking expenses, understanding investments, building systems that support wealth accumulation. The fun idea part comes easily to you, but the implementation and maintenance part can feel tedious. The Hierophant is showing up to say that a major part of your financial transformation is going to come from you actually getting educated about money in a real way and putting structures in place. This might mean working with a financial advisor, taking a course about investing or business finance, or finally sitting down and creating a real budget and savings plan. I know that does not sound as exciting as the Page of Wands' new venture energy, but here is the truth. The Hierophant says that the universe is ready to bless you with abundance, but you need to build the container to hold it. If money comes in but you do not have systems to manage it, it will just flow right back out again. And I think on some level you already know this because you have probably experienced cycles where money comes in and then disappears, and you are not even sure where it went. The Hierophant is also about mentorship and learning from people who have successfully walked the path before you. This card is encouraging you to seek out guidance from someone who understands money better than you do right now. This could be a formal mentor, a financial professional, or even just someone in your life who has built the kind of financial stability you want. Your Gemini pride might make you want to figure everything out on your own, but this card says there is wisdom in learning from established knowledge and proven systems. There is also something here about values and what you stand for when it comes to money. The Hierophant asks you to get clear on your financial ethics and principles. What do you believe about wealth? What kind of relationship do you want to have with money? How do you want to earn it and use it in a way that feels aligned with your integrity? Getting clear on these foundational beliefs is going to help you make better financial decisions moving forward. Instead of just chasing whatever opportunity seems profitable in the moment, you will have an internal compass guiding you toward opportunities that match your values. The fourth card is the Three of Swords, and okay, I am not going to lie, when this card showed up in a reading about financial blessings, I needed to really tune in to understand what message it carries. The Three of Swords traditionally represents heartbreak, pain, difficult truths. So what is this doing in a reading about money abundance? Let me tell you what I am seeing here. The Three of Swords is showing me that part of your financial journey involves facing some painful truths about your relationship with money. There might be some heartbreak around recognizing how your past patterns have kept you stuck financially. Maybe you have been avoiding looking at debt, or maybe you have had to acknowledge that a financial decision you made did not work out the way you hoped. Or maybe you are realizing that some of the stories you tell yourself about money are actually limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. This card can also represent the pain of letting go. Remember that Seven of Cups energy at the beginning where you were holding on to all these different possibilities? The Three of Swords says that choosing your path forward means releasing some dreams, and that release might hurt. You might have to accept that you cannot do everything, be everything, pursue every opportunity. There is grief in closing doors, even when you know it is necessary. For Gemini who loves keeping all options open, this pruning process can feel like loss. But here is what I want you to understand about the Three of Swords in this context. Sometimes we need to have our hearts broken open before we can receive the blessing. Sometimes we need to face the painful truth before we can step into a new reality. This card is not here to scare you or tell you that financial pain is coming. It is here to say that part of your transformation involves getting radically honest about where you have been hurting yourself financially, and that honesty might sting. I am also getting something about past financial betrayal or disappointment. Maybe you trusted someone with money and they let you down, or maybe you invested in something that failed, or maybe you have been disappointed by opportunities that did not pan out. The Three of Swords acknowledges that pain and says it is okay to feel it. But it also says that you cannot let that past hurt keep you from moving forward. You have to process it, learn from it, and then release it so you can be open to the new financial blessings trying to come through. What is interesting is that in many tarot traditions, the Three of Swords is also about clarity. Those swords are cutting through illusion and forcing you to see the truth. So while it might be uncomfortable, this card is actually helping you by clearing away the fantasies and excuses and victim stories, and helping you see your financial situation clearly. And from that place of clear seeing, you can actually make powerful changes. The fifth card, and honestly Gemini, this is where I started getting genuinely excited for you. The King of Swords appears here, and this card is all about mastery, clarity, authority, and strategic thinking. After the emotional pain of the Three of Swords, the King of Swords shows you stepping into this powerful mental clarity around money. You are going to become someone who makes smart, strategic financial decisions from a place of wisdom rather than emotion or impulse. The King of Swords represents you developing a completely different relationship with money where you are in control, you understand the game, and you make moves based on logic and long-term strategy. This is such a powerful evolution for Gemini because your sign is already naturally intellectual, but you can sometimes get scattered or make decisions based on whatever seems interesting in the moment rather than what is actually strategically sound. The King of Swords says you are growing into your power as a financial strategist. This card is showing me that you are going to reach a point where you feel confident in your financial knowledge and decision-making. You are not going to be second-guessing yourself constantly or feeling overwhelmed by money questions. You are going to have clarity about what you are building and why, and you are going to make choices from that grounded place of certainty. Other people are even going to start coming to you for financial advice because they see how you have transformed your relationship with money and they want what you have. The King of Swords also represents cutting through the nonsense and getting to the truth of matters. You are going to become really good at evaluating opportunities quickly and seeing through hype to understand whether something is actually valuable or just dressed up empty promises. This discernment is going to save you so much time and money because you will not be chasing shiny objects anymore. You will be able to assess whether something aligns with your financial strategy and either move forward decisively or say no without hesitation. What I love about this card appearing here is that it shows your mental and intellectual development around money. You are not just going to stumble into financial blessing through luck. You are going to earn it by becoming someone who understands wealth creation at a deep level. You are going to educate yourself, develop your strategic thinking, and build the mental discipline to follow through on your financial plans. The King of Swords does not do things halfway. When this energy commits to something, it masters it. And finally, the sixth card. The Six of Pentacles and Gemini. This is your money blessing card right here. After all the journey, all the learning, all the growth we have seen in the previous cards, the Six of Pentacles is the universe saying yes. Now you are ready to receive and the abundance is going to flow. This card is literally about financial exchange, giving and receiving, resources flowing freely. This is the card of prosperity and generosity. What the Six of Pentacles shows me is that you are moving into a phase where money is going to circulate in your life in healthy, balanced ways. You are going to be in a position where you have enough to meet your needs and also enough to share with others. This is not about hoarding or scarcity. This is about being in the flow of abundance where you receive generously and you give generously and it all works together in this beautiful cycle. I am seeing this card represent you either receiving unexpected financial help when you need it, or being in a position to help others, or both. The Six of Pentacles is about fairness and balance in financial matters. You might receive a gift, a bonus, a raise, an investment return, or some other form of financial blessing that feels like the universe evening things out for you. If you have been struggling or giving more than you have received, this card says that balance is being restored. But here is what really matters about the Six of Pentacles in your reading. This card shows that your financial blessing is not just about receiving. It is about you becoming a conduit for abundance. When you have clarity about your path, when you take inspired action, when you build strong systems, when you face painful truths and grow from them, when you develop strategic mastery, then you become someone who can hold and circulate wealth. The Six of Pentacles says you are going to reach a place where you understand that money is energy and your job is to let it flow through you rather than grasping at it or pushing it away. This card is also telling me about right relationship with resources. You are going to develop wisdom about when to give, when to receive, when to invest, when to save. You are going to understand timing and you are going to trust that there is always enough. That scarcity mindset that might have been running in the background is going to transform into a genuine knowing that you live in an abundant universe and you are part of that abundance. So let me bring all of this together for you, Gemini, because I want you to see the complete story these cards are telling about your financial blessing. You are starting from a place of overwhelm and too many options with the Seven of Cups. The first step of your blessing is getting clear and making a choice about which financial path you are actually going to commit to. Then the Page of Wands shows you stepping into that new beginning with enthusiasm and courage, taking action on an opportunity that excites you and aligns with your natural gifts. The Hierophant comes in to ground you with education and structure, teaching you that sustainable wealth requires systems and wisdom and sometimes learning from others who have gone before. The Three of Swords brings up the painful but necessary work of facing financial truths and releasing old patterns, which creates space for something new. The King of Swords shows you developing into someone with real financial mastery and strategic clarity. And finally, the Six of Pentacles delivers the blessing of abundance flowing freely in your life because you have done the work to become ready to receive it. This is not a timeline of 7 days exactly like some readings promise, but what I am seeing is that once you make that initial decision and take that first step with the Page of Wands energy, things are going to start shifting quickly for you. The universe has been waiting for you to get clear and commit, and once you do, you are going to be amazed at how fast the other pieces fall into place. Within weeks and months, not years, you are going to look back and barely recognize your financial situation because the transformation is going to be that significant. I want to leave you with this thought, Gemini. Your financial blessing is not something external that might happen to you if you are lucky. Your financial blessing is you. It is you making a powerful choice about your direction. It is you taking brave action on new opportunities. It is you committing to education and structure. It is you facing hard truths with courage. It is you developing wisdom and strategy. It is you opening yourself to receive and circulate abundance. Every single one of these cards shows you as the active agent in creating your financial transformation. The universe is absolutely ready to support you with resources, opportunities, and blessings. But it needs you to step up and claim your power around money. It needs you to stop waiting for that magical windfall and instead become someone who creates and manages wealth consciously. You have everything you need already within you. These cards are just confirming that now is the time to use it. If this reading resonated with you, I would love to know. Drop a comment and let me know which card hit home the most for you. And if you are a Gemini who is ready to get serious about your financial transformation, I am cheering you on. You have got this.